I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you and your child back to school for this academic year 2020-2021. Year 7 have already returned to the school, and now we're looking forward to seeing your child return if they're in year 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12 or 13. Clearly things are very different at school as we put in measures to minimise the risk of the spread of coronavirus and hopefully to reduce your and your child's anxiety about coming back to school, especially if they've not been in during the lockdown. We've introduced a number of measures to minimise risk of spread of virus and to reassure people that the school is safe. For example, we've introduced a phased reintroduction and induction of each year group. Not all children are coming into school at the beginning of the year, but they're coming in at different times to learn about the different rules and regulations in place and ready for a start when we have everybody back in the second week of term. Each year group will be taught in bubbles. They'll be kept separate from other year groups where possible to ensure that should there be any cases of COVID, that these will be minimised to one particular group. To enable this to happen, we're having staggered start and finish times for the different year groups. We've put additional hand washing facilities in place around the school, and indeed new routines where every child is expected to wash their hands on arrival at school. There are hand sanitisers at every classroom door and cleaning wipes in every classroom to make sure that surfaces are kept clean. There is no sharing of equipment where that's possible, and there are also no playground breaks, only one supervised lunchtime per day. Classrooms are being set out to ensure that teaching is done with children facing in the front ways and no group works taking place. We've drastically reduced student movement around the building, with most lessons being taught in the same classroom. The teachers are moving around, not the students. And where students are moving, we've got one-way systems in place and increased signage to make sure that we don't have crowding in the corridors. And signage is put out throughout the school to make sure that children are reminded of the social distancing and hygiene messages which are so important. We ask you to play your part as well. Please don't send your child into school if they're unwell or show any symptoms related to the virus. Please also remind your child that they're expected to follow the revised rules and expectations. And please do make sure that they arrive on time for school, but not too early, and indeed that they leave promptly at the end of the day and they're not hanging around the school waiting for their friends in other year groups. If you can, please encourage your child to walk to school or cycle where that's practical. And please do ensure that your child is ready for school each day with the correct uniform, correct equipment, and that you can support them with their learning, especially when they have to do online learning. If you've got any queries or concerns about how we're starting the new term, then please do get in touch. The first port of call for you is your child's tutor or the head of house. We are more than happy to hear from you and to answer any questions that you might have. We want to reassure you that we're ready and open for business for this new academic year and that your child will be safe with us. But we do understand that understandably you have got anxieties about coming back to school. So please do get in touch and hopefully we can work together to find solutions to ensure that your child is coming into school, carrying on with their education and is happy and safe with us.